Hello, cats rule the world. Hey, Tina. Caitlyn, stop. Always trying to bury the food. Come on, leave her alone. I don't know why this one is licking my leg, but that's what she's decided to do. Hey, Taz, don't kick me. That's what this is for. Hey, Ozzy. I think everyone has pretty much returned to their normal personalities since being fixed on Friday. So I may just leave the girls in here. I know the boys hate being in that other room. Not as bad as the girls did, but they were very ready to come out of there. So I'll have to move the other camera back in here. I've already moved the other litter box. The boys pretty much bounced right back. I mean, by the time I got them back from the vet and out of the carriers, they seemed mostly normal. Alice and Victoria were very grumbly and were hissing at their siblings and carrying on, so it took them about a day and a half to come around, but I think they're on the up and up now. Hey, Aaron. So now we're approaching the hard part, which is letting them go. I'm not sure if that's going to happen this week or not. It's very possible. What are you doing, Devin? No biting. Well, we had somebody interested in Victoria here. I'm waiting to hear something back from them. Ideally, I would like them all just to leave here and go to their forever homes, but I know that's not likely for all of them. Hey, come on. Settle down. I know you want to play. You don't need to get too crazy, though. Devin. Come on. Just relax. I just scooped that box and somebody just lit it up. So I'll be re-scooping that one. That was Caitlyn, so go figure. Feel better? I hope so. Hey, Mr. Krabs, don't try to bury the food, Caitlyn. She does this every day. Seems like you would know some strange cat is not going to come in here and steal it by now. And now she's going to go up there and mess with it. And try to knock it off the table, so we'll move it to the other table. Just leave it alone, please. But yeah, assuming they do go to PetSmart this week, I'm curious how that one's gonna do. Oh, what are you trying to do? Sorry, Alice jumped on my back and was trying to get on the table, and I didn't want her to knock the food over. And since they're both up here, we'll play musical tables and move it back to the other one. And this one just stares at me. Well, she looked away as soon as I pointed this at her. Hello, Taz. You didn't want the wet food. You're gonna come over here and eat dry food now. You're backwards, cat. Hey. Stumpy has already done a number on this chair. I'm trying to encourage them not to add to it. Ow, Devin? But I guess I could let them out in the main room now. I just tried to get them all in here so they would eat. But I think they're too amped up about me being here and wanting to run around. Hey. Stop, guys. What are you doing, Taz? Hey, Kayla. Come on, guys. Copper is in a room out there. I separate Copper because he finishes his food before anybody else's, and he'll try to get into the other cats. So, God, you guys are worked up. Sorry, I got the hiccups. They're between 12 and 13 weeks, probably closer to 13 weeks now. They've all been fixed and are ready for their own homes, so they don't have to stay in this tiny little room when nobody's around. I've said all along since we started this, as small as this room is, it's much better than a tiny little cage. I hate that they'll have to possibly spend some time in a little cage to get adopted, but it's for the best. But as soon as I nail down exactly when that's going to happen, I'll let you guys know, and we won't let them go without a farewell close-up or anything like that. So not yet. They didn't. We went through as my phone starts to lag, we utilized the The shelter here has a community cat program now that will take outside or abandoned or unwanted cats that are not fixed and have them fixed and vaccinated free of charge. Which the shelter also has an intervention program for people that are not always financially able to take care of their pets as well as they would like. And I told the guy at the shelter I would make a donation to that for helping me out with the spay and neuter and all of that, because they didn't have to allow me to do that. Hey, Ozzy, she's just hanging out, man. Don't mess with her. You're just looking for trouble. Always looking for trouble. Alice, you knocked her over. Did she push you down, Caitlyn? I just hope Caitlyn ends up being as sweet to everyone as she has gotten to us. We had a little bit of a rough start with her, but she was just playing. But yeah, after she was fixed, everything got better. So she deserves a good home too, and hopefully with one of these guys. I think we discussed when they go to PetSmart, putting one of the kittens in with her. I think that will help both of them. And just gotta pick which one that is. I don't know which one is most attached to her, honestly. They all like her a lot, so. And Alice is back on my back again. Taz, you're having a good time, huh? Oh, excuse me. It is. We worked with Paws quite a bit, and they do fix some of the animals. Well, all of the ones that go through Paws for adoption are typically fixed by Paws, but I think the shelter got a grant, a pretty significant grant to do the community cat program, so I'm happy we were able to use that. Paws does not have anywhere near the income that the shelter gets, and definitely not as many grants or anything like that, so hopefully it will be a mutually beneficial arrangement. We can help the shelter with trying to reduce their intake numbers and all of that. Well, it depends on where you're located, but I would say any local shelter. I'm sure there's local rescue groups around. As far as these guys, we're in Alabama, so it might be a geographical challenge depending on where you are. But as I say, they will be adoptable from the PetSmart in Montgomery, Alabama. But I'm really hoping to hear something about this one in the next day or so. Hey, Alice. I'm really gonna miss this one. I'll miss them all, but she's gotten a bit clingy to me lately. She gets upset if I stop petting her, don't you? Right there. Are you busy? You don't want me to touch you? Or you just want to lick my hand? Well, turn the camera and then you turn the other way. Devin, hard to see you with the backlight, but Devin is the most chill cat. All the others running around and act crazy, and he's like, I'm just gonna lay here. I mean, he'll play sometimes, don't get me wrong, but I think he has the calmest demeanor. Ozzy, I don't think she wants that right now. Well, we're the Paws of Alabama is working on some plans for a standalone facility. I mean, we've always been foster based, so options are limited when that's the case, because you're always relying on someone to being willing and able to foster that's not already just overloaded with fosters when the need arises for more. I said we were going to go out into the main room, but if I'm able to slip out the door without letting all these guys out, I may just leave them in here. It's become such a challenge to get in and out of this room without these guys just bolting out the door, and then you close the door and manage to keep a couple of them in here, and then you go and retrieve the others and try to put them in here, and two more run out the door when you're trying to get those in here, and it's just very difficult. They've discovered freedom, and unfortunately I can't just let them run loose out there with the others all day, because, hey, stop. They're still kittens, and they'll get into things, and it's kind of limited what they can get into in here. There's a lot more stuff out there. You too. Well, you stepped in the water, didn't you? And now you're gonna come back over here and step all over me and get me wet. Were you just jealous that she was in this spot? No. She sits down, I turn the camera, and then she runs away. Hey, don't bite the back of my shirt. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to bonk you on the table leg. Here. But yeah, as soon as I know something, I'll let you guys know, either on Facebook or in the chat or via the close-up, depending on when I find out how. I just had my back clawed as one of them scaled it. Don't run all over Devin. He's just hanging out. He's stepping all over you, buddy. All right, cats rule the world. Take care. Alice, you're being crazy. You're being nuts. Settle down. It's a dumb thing to say to a kitten, though, isn't it? All right, guys. You gotta stop jumping on my back. No, she doesn't like that. She's not a fan of that. Or maybe she is. She's retaliating. Guys. Can't be too rough now. Before I leave, I've got to check everyone out and make sure everyone is healing properly and we don't have any swelling or anything like that. But I think we're okay. Ow, ow, jeez. Victoria. Come on, guys. Are you gonna make me separate you? I don't want to do that. No, if you're gonna bite, you gotta bite on that. Taz, you were just having a blast with that thing. Thank you for not clawing me when you jumped up that time, Alice. Very much appreciated. They're out in the main room. That's what I was saying. I was going to let these guys all back out in the main room and sit out there, but it's just such a challenge to get them all in here at once. And it may still prove to be a challenge to keep them all in here when I walk out into the room. Victoria, you guys relax. Ozzy. Oh, I don't know. I don't know weather-wise how it is where everyone is, but it's very nice here, so people may be out doing things in the nice weather. Ow, 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 ow. You guys. My back is not a springboard. And Devin just still sits and chills. Guys, stop. I think they're just playing, but it sounds like she's getting very mad. That's true. I do not blame her for not being awake that early. If she's asleep anyway. Some people do get up that early every day, but I am not one of them. Guys, why are you all so wound up? Ouch, 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 ouch. Victoria. Yeah, as I said, whatever shakes out this week, I will be sure you guys are made aware before anyone goes to PetSmart or anything like, or is adopted, if that happens, or anything like that. But I still have a few things here to do. I've got to wash some dishes, and as I've said repeatedly, it's always a challenge to get in and out of here without some escapees. So I may be, guys, you're gonna, it may take me a few minutes to get them all corralled and back in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and wind up for today and get my dishes washed and water changed and feeders filled up and all that good stuff. So, and break these guys up for about the 20th time. Just chill out. But yeah, I will definitely see you guys in the next couple of days. I'm not sure about tomorrow, but maybe Tuesday. Definitely before anything happens though. So thank you all. Appreciate it. Hope you all have a good day and a good night. I'm going to try to leave them all in here together, depending on how things go in the next few minutes, as long as everything remains mostly calm. Victoria, they'll all be in here together. So I'll get the other camera set up and all that. So thank you guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.